How to impress people when you're not that impressive? That is the main question in this Reddit post here, and I'm going to give you one easy trick you can use if you ever find yourself in this situation. My name is Isaiah, and I've gone through a social transformation in my life that made me more likable, confident, and connected, and now I make videos to help you do the same. Now into the question. For this one specifically, the person doesn't have a job, but keeps getting asked, what do you do for work? So the tip I'm going to give you works for any situation similar to this. When people ask you, do you have a girlfriend? Where have you traveled? Where do you live? And if any of your answers aren't good answers, this is a tip you can use so you don't have to lie, and it actually gets the person to admire you for who you actually are. What you want to do is you're going to tell them where you currently are, but you're also going to tell them where you want to be and why. So those three parts: where you are, where you want to be, and why. So if someone asks you, what do you do for work? Instead of saying, I don't have a job, and then ending it there, you could say, I don't have a job right now, but I'm really looking into one in marketing because I find it really fascinating how you could use psychology to influence how people buy and spend their money. And I think that's insane. I think you could feel just there that felt completely different, even though it was literally just a couple more sentences. And the reason it works is most of the time when people ask us these questions, they are just looking for something interesting to spark the conversation. So when you just hit them the uninteresting answer, I don't have a girlfriend, or I don't have a job, or whatever, it just kind of leaves you in this weird lull. But when you give them that additional, oh, but I want to do this, and this is why, it gives them a little bit more that they can latch on to. And now in their head, it's not like, oh, Isaiah is this guy who doesn't have a job. It's, oh, Isaiah is this guy who doesn't have a job, but he wants to go into marketing because he finds it so cool. And it builds you a lot more in their head. Another thing that it really does well is it shows them that you have ambition. It shows them that even though your situation might not be the best right now, and it's not where you want to be, that you have something in mind, you have a goal that you're working towards. And people love an underdog story. Look at Rocky, look at basically every movie ever. And people love to see the journey, the come up, right? You were here and now you're going to be there. And that is something people find intensely interesting as well. And when you start using this tip, something fascinating starts to happen. The more you talk about the life you want to live, the more opportunities to get that life will start popping up. So for example, when people are asking you these questions and you're saying, I'm not where I want to be, but I want this type of job, or I'm looking for this type of girl, or I want to live in this type of place. Those are feelers that you're sending out to the world, sending out to your network. And people are going to start picking up on them. They're going to start being like, oh, no way you're looking for a marketing job. I work in a marketing agency and we're hiring, right? You give people those opportunities to actually help you out. And this literally works for any level you're on. Looking for a job, trying to start a company, looking for investors, all sorts of stuff. So I was editing this video together and I actually forgot to mention that this tip is actually how I met my girlfriend. She's a lovely, amazing, positive force of just brightness in my life. And I actually met her because when I was talking to a friend of mine and we were talking about relationships, I was like, hey, I don't have anybody right now, but I'm actually looking for someone who's kind and amazing and matches my energy very well. And they recommended her to me. So that is how powerful this tip can be. So this has been a hugely important and massive tip for my life. It's helped me get a ton of opportunities. It's also helped me have a lot better conversations, and I hope it does the same to you. But it is about to rain right now, so that is going to have to be all from me today. If you have a comment or question that you'd like me to answer in one of the future videos, please leave it down below. But either way, I hope you have an amazing day. My name is Isaiah, and above all else, I hope you keep connecting. Take care, and good luck.